How much should you share on a first date? Welcome to my YouTube channel on Christian dating. I'm Marc Kitsko. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button below and the bell, and you'll be notified every week when we send out a new video on dating and relationship advice. Today, we're addressing a common question. How much of my past should I share on a first date? It's a great question. In this video, I'll provide you with some guidance. One of our core needs is to connect deeply with another person and to be accepted by them. However, the first date is not the time to unload your dirty laundry on that potential mate. Instead, the first date should be a fun, enjoyable experience where you're getting to know the other person to see if there's a spark. You observe the other person's character and you discover if you're compatible. One person in our Ultimate Relationship course said, "I don't want to waste my time with someone who can't handle my past or accept me for who I am. So I just let them know everything about my past up front. If they can handle it, great. If not, then move on and say farewell." If you wonder why you're not getting a second date or a call back, it could be because of how much information you're sharing on the first date. It's not that the other person can't handle your past mistakes. It's not that they can't accept you for who you are and what you've done. It's probably more likely that you're sharing too much of your past with the other person and you come across needy. "Oh, please accept me for what I've done." And for a first date, needy is not attractive. For a second date, needy is not attractive. Third date, not attractive. You know what? Needy just isn't attractive. Building a relationship is a process of building trust, and you shouldn't blow it up before it even starts. It's important not to overwhelm your date with your entire life story on the first date. Some will always say, "Well, it's part of my testimony." Oh, did you hear that? Duck, cover. That was a close call. Don't blow up your first date. So how much information should you share? Here are 4 tips for sharing on your first date. Tip number 1, first establish emotional boundaries with yourself. Remember, this is a first date, not a therapy intake session. Avoid sharing intimate details about your past relationships, divorces, failures, eating disorders, anxieties, porn addictions, and for that matter, any addiction at all. While the other person may politely listen, it's best to keep the conversation on a first date light and enjoyable for both parties. Tip number 2, focus on chemistry. Pay attention to how comfortable you are or how awkward you feel with the other person. Is the conversation flowing easily? Do you enjoy each other's sense of humor? Does your faith align? Consider if you would want to go out on another date with this person based on the connection you feel. If you do, great. If not, then make the best of the date. Make a new friend. After all, you never know if this person has other single friends that he or she can introduce you to. Tip number 3, avoid prying into each other's past. Sure, curiosity is natural, but asking too many personal questions about previous dating experiences puts the focus on the past, not on the present and who they are today. There will come a time for sharing the past, just not on the first date, unless you want it to turn into a therapy session and not have a second date. Allow the other person to share their past willingly and don't press for information prematurely. It's a first date. Establish rapport and trust. Tip number 4, discuss topics that help you learn about each other so your friendship can grow deeper. Share your hobbies, interests, what you're currently learning and reading. Talk about your family background, where you went to school, why you chose your major. Discuss your likes and dislikes about your job. Who's the most influential person in your life and why? What church you attend and what's your pastor teaching on? Share your favorite songs or your genre. These topics will reveal a lot about the other person without telling too much of your story too soon. If you struggle with keeping things light on a first date, download my free ebook on 10 questions to ask in any relationship. You can find that link below in the description below. If you have any additional advice, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.